didn't want to do this because I met Jean when I was 6 years old. Cheryl, Jean, and I, we were practically the only girls in the neighborhood. And Jean and I had first grade together. Cheryl didn't make that part, so it was just Jean and I, Mrs. Brown's class. And Jean's family, I remember her sister Francine, her mom and dad, her mother made the best food I never tasted before. Pork rinds, fried egg sandwiches. And my sister still remembers her fried, and I go, you remember that? She goes, yeah, I do. And running over to Cheryl's house and bugging Cheryl's mom in the pool. And I remember when one day Cheryl didn't go to school, and Jean and I decided we were going to go find out what happened to Cheryl. And Jean pushed me to talk to Norma. And I said, where's Cheryl today? She wasn't at school. And she had been to the hospital. She had cut her finger, and they found out she was a diabetic. And Jean pushed me to do all the talking. And I thought, why am I doing the talking? You always talk for all of us. I don't understand this. And she goes, Norma kind of scares me. So funny. But we were in and out of, we went through childhood together, and then we got to middle school, and we went through middle school, and then in high school, I kind of discovered boys and things like that. And so we had, always knew each other was there, but it was off and on. And then I got married and moved. But later on, I was so blessed to have her come back in my life, and it was so strange. Both of my parents had died, and I bought the house in Harbor City from my siblings, and we moved in there, and I didn't want to leave the house. None of us did. It was a big, nice party house. And Jean knocked on the door, and I was in the shower, and my husband opened the door to her, and she said, do you know anything about Donna Hess? And he goes, yeah, I know her. She's in the shower. So Jean barged into the house. She was going to wait for me to get out of the shower, and when I came out, Carl goes, there's a lady here. She's in her living room, and she says she knows you, but she won't let me tell you her name. And if he would have said Jean, I wouldn't have known, because it was always Billy to me. And so I came out, and she goes, do you recognize me? And I didn't, because she looked so beautiful and blonder, and and I said, I kept looking, and I go, Billy? And she goes, well, it's Jean now. But and we came together again, and the six of us went to monthly luncheons. We went to Las Vegas. It was just it was so much fun to be back with the girls again. I felt like I had my tribe back. That's how I felt. I had my tribe back. And Jean was a big part. She always brought people together. She was always so optimistic. We used to fight about her optimism. Can you just have a bad day one? No. And I loved her to death. I was well aware of her health issues and what was happening, and I didn't think it was going to happen this soon. And we had lost Marcia, we had lost Cheryl, and now there's just Gina and Cindy and I. And some days are very hard for us because the happy memories we have of these high school friends. We just stayed in touch, and not a lot of people get to come back into each other's lives, go in and out, come out, just be together. And she was the anchor. She was the one that kept us all going. And I love her to death, and I know how much her family meant to her. We just had the best times discussing our families and what the trials and tribulations we were all going through. And I miss my friend. I love you, Jean. I will. I'm looking forward to seeing you in heaven.